Hi, my name is Wilkine Brutus.
And I am Paulette Francois.
You're listening to A Boat, A Voyage. So, all right. It is episode 4, Haiti and South Korea. Sakap fet, mama.
Not boule.
Not boule, sakap fet.
Not nene.
Our Haitian saying for today is Pitit tig, say tig. Did I say that right?
Yes.
A tiger's cub is also a tiger. One's behavior is a reflection of the other. Is that a fair? Can you describe that for me?
So if someone say, when they say baby tiger, it's like a tiger. The baby tiger reflects the tiger. It's just like a human. It can be positive. It can be negative. If a person like your father or your mother, they are a good person, and you reflection, you act so good in the society, see you represent as a good person. And when somebody talk about you, they will say, oh, you know his father. You know, he's a very nice, handsome, not only handsome, a good quality human being. So he must get it from his dad too.
Yeah, you reflect his parents.
They're good parents. But if your father like doing bad in the society, and you become acting similar to him, it's like people will say, you know, what do you expect?
Right. Right. That's a good. So I just wanna segue that to stay on a tiger theme for now. The tiger in Korean culture is a sacred symbol of courage. It's like a spiritual guardian that drive away bad spirits. And they say tiger, horangi. That's how you say tiger. Horangi. That's how you say tiger in Korean. So you came to America by boat, okay? And now years later, you found yourself spending 13 hours on a plane to visit your son in South Korea. What went through your mind when you sat on that long flight?
It was a privilege, but a challenge also, because I was in the flight, like I'm only the black person, and I believe the only Haitian in the flight, going somewhere out of nowhere. I don't even know where I was going, but I have purpose to where I'm going. So while I was in the flight, knowing that you were there for like 2 years, you already visited me here, and I never had a chance to go, went over there to see you. And that Christmas time, I say, it's the last time I have to visit where my son is, where you are. Because I don't know if something happened. I don't know where you are. I don't know who to ask, even though you give me a bunch of information, your friend phone numbers and stuff like that. But that would be different if something happened. So as a concerned mother, as a single mom, I have to know where you are.
You felt obligated.
I feel obligation is my responsibility to know, where you are. So I went over there to find you.
That's good. Oh, I was so happy when you came. You have no idea.
And I remember when I was in the gate, I was in Atlanta. When I was in the airport, this lady came to me say, Miss, you probably be in the wrong gate because the plane going to South Korea. She said, well, I think you're in the wrong gate. You know where you're going? I said, I know where I'm going. I'm in the right gate. I'm going to visit my son in South Korea. She said, oh, really? Wow, that's a long flight.
She literally thought you had the wrong ticket, or just you were at the wrong gate?
At the wrong gate. That's what she thought. I'm in the wrong gate. She said, what? That's a direct flight. You know that? I said, yes, I know that. But it's my responsibility to know where to go where I'm going.
That's so weird to just assume that you're going the wrong. But why couldn't she just ask?
She didn't even ask. She told me I'm in the wrong gate. I said,
that is hilarious.
So when I look at my paper for a moment, I'm panicking because I know I'm in the right gate. I'm a direction. Their direction, they wrote it in English and Korean also. So when I read it in English, I'm like, I said, that's what I'm supposed to do, right? She said, oh, you going to Korea? I said, she's like, oh my God, this is amazing.
It's a long flight.
Yeah.
Now, I spent 2 years. I spent 2 years in Jeju Island and 2 years in Busan. And as you know, Mom, I arrived to Korea 2 weeks after that 2010 earthquake in Haiti. I was the only Haitian American on the island, and I went there to teach English and do freelance media work. but I ended up being like a cultural ambassador for both the United States and Haiti. You know, a physical ambassador. That was the first time I ever thought about the terms expat, immigrant, migrant, and refugees. Do you know what expat is?
Expat is term for a refugee.
Well, there's different variations to describe migration. Okay, so these words all describe different types of human migration, but they imply that they have like an underlying meaning for different timely situations. So expat is a short word for expatriate, and it is normally used for people who move to a country temporarily for business trips and have some form of wealth or higher legal status. From their home country. Immigrant normally refers to people who move to a country permanently. And a migrant is normally used or implied to refer to people who are working class or poor immigrants. So it's it's not very controversial, but it is kind of controversial. Because it's based on class and privilege. So I am a privileged American in that sense, you know. So in hindsight, my own mother was once a refugee and an immigrant in America who is now visiting me, an American expat, quote unquote, in South Korea. My migration story is defined much differently and favored than yours. And when I went to work during the day, I was, you know, really happy to leave you with two good friends, Elena and Sonia, who happen to be mothers as well. And one was Russian, the other one was from Honduras. So basically a Haitian, a Russian, and a Honduran walk into a South Korean Buddhist temple or mall. When they took you around Busan, did you all talk about your immigrant experiences and motherhood?
Yes, each of us changed conversation. And it was very privileged for me to meet those two women because I don't feel prejudiced toward either one of them. Both of them were so real, you know, a real human being. And we talk about Russia, and we also talk about Honduras, and I talk about Haiti. Each of us changed conversation, you know. We talk about our children, our family, and everything. And then we went to the Buddhist temple. It's so many people. And when I went to the Buddhist temple, I'm like, it was like, I don't know how to explain that again. It was so beautiful, so peaceful. And everybody coming for a different, you know, aspect to look around. And there's this big rock, you know. You see the water coming out. The water coming inside the rock. You know what I'm saying?
Like a stream of water?
Like a stream water. And each of us get a cup and you know, a cup of water that came out inside. The water was so cold. And I'm like, oh my God. And I was looking. There's a temple where all the Buddhists went.
Was that your first time seeing a temple?
Yes.
Wow.
Their temple, they went inside to pray. Just like you go to a church or
a mosque.
Yeah. You pray, you come out, you pray, people coming all over the world. I'm like, oh my God, this is amazing. That's why sometimes you don't judge things until you really get to know the reality. Because everybody have different aspects, you know? But thank God I'm not the type of person who judge things. I just want to learn, communicate to people to know who they are, you know, what's in their mind. And then, I had so much fun with them.
They were great. Their hospitality. And I did not realize that they would, you know, when they offered to show you around, because I had to go to class, and I had to go teach. And when they offered, hey, we'll show your mom around or whatnot, I didn't realize they'll do that for several days. You know, they had a lot of time on their hands as well, but they were also raising their own children. But they made time.
They make time. They make a lot of time for me.
A huge, significant time.
To take me to the mall, we go shopping every single day.
It felt everything. It was perfect because when you're working, of course, you want to be a good host, especially to your mom, especially to your family. You want to be a great host. And but I couldn't take time off because it's kids, you know, and I'm forever grateful for what they've done.
Yeah,
you know?
They did a good job. They did a human. They were real human.
Yeah, that was a human. That was borderline humanitarian.
I'm telling you. I'm like, oh God, I can say they still good people.
Because I was always afraid that you'd be alone at my apartment watching Korean soap operas. At some point, you're gonna be tired of trying to like, you know, translate what they're trying to say.
Because I was sitting, I was in the apartment watching the Korean soap opera.
Yeah.
I watched the soap. You remember when you take me to the restaurant? So I was looking at the soap, the TV, and the lady said, "Do you understand?" I said, "Yes, I understand every word they say."
The plot, the character development,
and my own language, I translate. And I explained everything to her. She was like, Wilkine?
When you watched the Korean soap opera, did you feel like even more connected to the Korean people at that point? Like, okay, we have a lot.
Yes, I kind of describe the character.
No, what I'm asking is like, did it feel like you were watching General Hospital and
Young and the Restless? All my children.
Yeah, so did that did that sort of nostalgia, did it make you feel more connected with the Korean people?
With the Korean people. And they keep me busy because I know when the time they started, I don't feel alone at all.
Yeah.
Because I have this show too.
They call it drama.
Yeah, drama.
And it's just, it's like telenovelas.
Yes.
It's their telemundo.
Just like Telemundo.
Yeah.
Nice.
Now, of course, the ladies didn't take you to Chagalachi Market. You watched Black Panther, of course. And remember in Black Panther, they had the Chagalachi Market scene. And we ate some great seafood there. What did you... Oh, yeah, you said that the Chagalachi Market reminded you of a market in Haiti.
Yeah, there was a big market in Jeremy where they sell fish. You know, it's a big... it's outside. It's not like it's covered,
Was it just as big as the Chagalachi fish market?
No, the one in South Korea more bigger.
Okay.
But it's umami, all every kind of fish you see there. The octopus. You find lambi. Lambi is like conch. You find,
just everything.
Red snapper. You find lobster, shrimp. Everything. I'm like, oh my God.
It made you feel like
I feel like I'm home.
And when you said that, I was like, oh, that's so fascinating. As you're walking down, you're like,
you find the surik, this crab.
And just seeing the fishermen and like just working class environment.
And then we go to the shore. You see all these boats. People, it was like real.
Man, that's amazing.
So real. I enjoyed every single second of it.
Now, so I want to give you a side note. Right now, I don't know if you are aware of this, but South and North Korea are having historic peace talks. Okay, a peace deal probably won't happen because they still sign what's called the armistice. Okay, I won't explain what that means right now, but when I was there and when we were there, they had, actually my first year, they had a conservative presidency. Lee Myung-bak and Park Geun-hye. You came to visit when Park Geun-hye just...
Park Geun-hye was just office.
Yeah, she just...
Get into the office.
Her presidency had just started. And right now they have a president called Moon Jae-in. Okay. And he's much more liberal, democratic. And so they've been able to reestablish relations with North Korea. So, that sort of like division reminded me of Haiti and Dominican Republic.
Yeah.
How humans can share the same piece of land, but the political and economic history maintains sharp divisions. Yeah, right?
That's so divided.
And, I just wanted to share that news with you. But, now in the first episode, we talked about Christianity and voodoo in Haiti and how faith differences clash. Clash both in society, but also in your refugee boat. Do you remember?
Refugee boat,
How did it feel to experience another spirituality like Buddhism when you were in Korea?
Well, it's different than between the voodoo side and the Christian side. They believe in Buddhas. So to me, it's their own faith. That's the faith. Me, I believe in Jesus. That's my faith. So to me, I think you have to respect what the other party believe in. Exchange belief doesn't mean we have to hate each other because you believe in this, I believe in that. That's your choice. This is my choice. I think we have to respect each other's choices. Doesn't mean we have to hate each other for that. So when you believe in something, okay, Buddhists, they believe in Buddhists. That's their God. They believe in. I believe in God. I believe in Jesus. It's my God. It's my belief. So you cannot come to me and say, I want you to believe in Buddhists. I'm not raising like that. If there is by, believe in Buddhists, that's what how their parents raised them. That's what they learn since they were little kids. That's how they're going to grow up to be.
Right.
So I think if we respect each other's belief, each other's faith, and the world probably a better place to live.
Yeah. We have no say in where we were born. And, we spend our adulthood unlearning our belief systems or challenging our belief systems and our value systems. That's a really great point. Now, remember when we were waiting on the train to come in Busan, and you sat next to a halmoni? A halmoni is a Korean grandmother. They are strong, what you call matriarchs in Korean society, and they are very similar to Haitian grandmothers or Black grandmothers. When they kept staring at you, did it feel weird? How did you feel?
I think they were staring at me because probably it's the first time they see a Black woman, a Black person, and they didn't stare at me like any kind of prejudice way. It's like they're passionate at me, It's like I see a beautiful frame. You're like, oh, this is so pretty. And they was like looking at me and smile. They want to talk to me, but they don't know what language that I speak, I was comfortable sitting in, between them.
That's good. That's
because
good.
that make it feel good.
Yeah.
I don't feel any prejudice. If there were prejudice, I will see it.
Yeah, you can normally feel it.
I would saw it in their eyes. That wasn't showing in the eyes.
It was a welcoming sort of feeling. It's like a
welcome feeling,
And that's what's very difficult to navigate sometimes.
Yeah.
You sit down. Sometimes there were experiences where I was in a packed bus and Koreans wouldn't sit next to me. Yes, and so you had those experiences, and then the same day you can have an amazing experience where you feel like, oh, this is an amazing human experience. And so when you live in Korea or when you live in other countries where you don't have a lot of people who look like you, you're constantly navigating acceptance and rejection. And it's always up to you to sort of like define that day. Yeah. Your days are never the same. So that's one thing I was really afraid of, is that, when my mom visits me, how will I protect her? How will I explain subtle nuances, subtle things that bothers the everyday Black or white foreigner, but especially Black. And, I'm glad you handled all of that really well. And I'm happy that your experience was completely positive. 100, you were there for 2 weeks?
2 weeks and a half.
Every moment of your experience was positive.
Okay, one thing about me, when I go somewhere, I don't have to wait for somebody to say something cold to me to see how prejudiced you are. If I went to a party or I go to whatever, an event, by the way people look at me, I already interpreted everything. Sometimes by the way somebody look at you, you know if should I stay or should I leave. You don't have to wait for the person to tell you, oh, you Black, you this, you that. No, I look east, west, south, north. I can see if I'm welcome or not. That's me. And if I'm not welcome, that don't bother me. I will find a way, slowly leave, But sometimes some people want the person to say something.
They want the confrontation.
And, it's just like if I go to somebody else or if I go to a friend's house, I enter to your home, I'm standing in by the door or I stand. You don't ask me to sit or you don't tell me to sit. I'm not gonna sit because you're my friend or whatever. Because it's up to you to say, oh, Papa, have a seat.
Yeah, basic human etiquette.
Human etiquette.
Yeah.
We'll say, oh, Papa, come on, have a seat. But, you know, there is some friend you have to. Depends on your relationship with the person. You just go, okay, you take a seat. And, you know, but if you go somewhere, you have to look around you to see how people look at you, to see if you're welcome or not.
Right.
You don't have to wait for something to start it.
And that's what you always taught us. You always taught us to survey the scene, see if the space you are in is welcoming.
If you're comfortable.
If it's positive, the frequency, the energy.
Yes.
And read body language. You taught us that ever since we were kids, to constantly read body language, but also pay close attention to etiquette. Make sure the energy that you give out is also positive.
If you receive it.
Because if the energy you give out is positive and it's still not coming back positive, then
you don't belong there.
Yeah, you're wasting your time trying to be validated. You know, your emotional labor is extremely important, and you should not just give it out to everyone.
It doesn't belong to everyone, because you can be. There's some people there with you in the time of need. You open the door to help them, to support them. But to a point when they wish the success, they click with the person who wish the same level of them at that particular time. Don't remember it's you that lift them up to help them to get where they are. But at that moment, when you in this position, you see that person don't give you the same response you get from them before. Then you need to chill, to step back.
Yeah, and it's funny you mentioned position. Sometimes if I talk to Ajoshi is like a middle-aged Korean man, and if he asks me what my profession is at the time, and I say, oh, song생님이에요, I'm a teacher. Oh, 맞아요, 진짜요? And you just sort of feel like, okay, the level of respect is increasing when you tell them what your profession is, and then sometimes people dictate the respect level based on what you do, based on your career.
Oh, yes.
Which can be bad and good. What if you should demand dignity regardless of where you work, what you're doing. But the world is unfair that way. I can't expect the world to be fair. So I have to sort of navigate the world in that way, play the game a little bit, but also demand respect. But in moments where the respect is not given, like you said, just walk away.
Walk away freely.
Yeah, I'm not obligated to change someone's opinion of me. Yeah,
because they expect you. There's certain people who expect you to be. If they're a doctor, they expect you to be a doctor. If they're a lawyer, they expect you to be a lawyer. But not knowing this goes by passion. A doctor can have a passion to be a doctor, and the lawyer can have a passion to be the lawyer. The doctor maybe don't have the passion to be a lawyer, and the lawyer maybe don't have no passion to be a doctor. Whatever you do in life, you have to have a passion to do it. To do it right, you have to have a passion. If you think you're gonna go in a field just for the money, just for the good pay, you're not gonna be good at it.
You have to have a purpose.
You have to have a purpose. Whoever have the purpose, whoever have the goal for it, whatever they face, they will find a way to deal with it, and they're gonna be good at it. Whatever you do in life, do it right and do it the best. Put your best to it, to do it right. Then there's gonna be more doors open for you.
Right, that's what you said. You always told us work ethic. The work ethic demands respect.
Yes, if you're cleaning up the street, clean the street perfectly. When somebody passes by and say, oh, who cleaned here? It's beautiful. And the person will say, oh, I have a job opportunity for you because you did a good job, But if you just randomly, just
careless.
No. Who's gonna give you opportunity to open another door for you?
And I think I had that's why I had a great relationship with my Korean colleagues, my co-teachers, and the principals, is that I put the work ethic in there. No excuses. My students respect me because of that.
Yes.
They see the work, and if they see the work, then the work sort of like defines you. And if it defines you, they have no choice but to respect you because they respect the work. So it goes hand in hand. And so I've had an amazing experience with all of my teachers, all of my students, my former students, they still add me on Facebook. Because, you know, they realize if I would have taught at their school with a chip on my shoulder and feeling like, you know, they owe me something, you know, the respect level would not have, you know, because they all have their own personal things that they have to do in their own lives. And I remember having like one-on-one conversations with some of my students during like English speaking quizzes and tests and exams. And they would talk about personal issues in their lives, you know, issues with their father, issue with their mothers. And so I didn't view them as just Korean children. I viewed them as human beings who have regular human family issues, political, economic issues. And so that's where I found the similarities. And I think when you were in Korea, you found similarities through food, through spirituality, through sports when we went to the basketball game, you know, things that evoke emotion. So yes, well, speaking of food and emotion, I remember how afraid you were to eat Japanese sashimi. You said that they cooked that? No, they didn't cook that. You eventually loved it.
Yes.
All right. And you also love shabu shabu and dak galbi.
Shabu shabu, I think barbecue. My favorite.
Oh, shabu shabu is your favorite? I thought mandu. Well, you like mandu.
I said mandu. I love mandu too.
But shabu shabu was incredible.
So incredible.
And dak galbi is always good.
Yeah.
So my friends were extremely happy to meet you in Korea. What did you think about the expat community, especially in that particular bar? Were you surprised to see so many Black people and Asian people at the same time?
Yeah. I thought I was gonna meet you with some of the current friends, but I saw a lot of kids come from different. Some of them from California, some from Fort Lauderdale, some of them from
different countries. South Africa, Australia, New Zealand.
Everyone, I'm like, what? And some of them was so happy to see me. Like, oh my God, your mom come all the way from America to visit you.
A few of them were very, you know, they're a bit of envy as well. Good envy, because they want their parents to come too, and they were living vicariously through me. And I was so happy how they reacted to you and just hugged you. I'm like, man, y'all hugging my mom a little too long.
Every time we go somewhere, they hug, mommy, mommy, so many hugs and kisses. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that was great.
I didn't expect to get all this good welcome.
Yeah, Dan, and Courtney, Anton.
Yes.
I'm missing so many people.
Plus the party you have in the 37 story.
Oh,
in the building, the Christmas party.
Ken's party.
Oh my God. You up the 37th floor.
Yeah.
And you're looking down the whole country. It's beautiful. That was amazing.
It was great.
It was amazing.
So in the last episode, I touched briefly on the generational divide and similarities between parents and their first generation children. During my time in Korea, I really connected with Korean Americans and Chinese Canadians, for example, because they had to navigate both cultural spaces just like me. So I just want you to know some of the conversation we're having like right now is also possible in many other cultures. You know, some of them are called third culture, for example. So let's end with this story. Remember when we went to the basketball game? Why do you think they put us in VIP seating?
Because we celebrities. These people cannot wait to put us in the front seat. I'm like, wow, in the front seat? It's like they were so amazed to see us.
You know, I think when I got there, I was just sort of asking a question about my ticket. And, you know, I just had my U.S. passport on me at the same time. I don't know why I didn't have my actual Korean ID with me. But I did have my U.S. passport. And so she must have thought that we were related to one of the basketball players. and just put us all the way up front and
walk us there.
Yeah, and just escorted us.
Yeah.
But in hindsight, we were literally the only black people in the entire audience. So for them, it made sense. There were no other black fans there to go watch one of the games. But that also shows the power of the U.S. passport.
Yes, I think so.
And that's what this episode is also about. It's
all about respect. That treat us with respect.
Well, yeah. I mean, the episode itself right now is, the power that certain nationalities give you and take away in that sense too. That U.S. passport is extremely powerful. And we saw that at play at that basketball game, for example. Well, and also, in Jeju Island, remember I spent the first 2 years there. There's a huge African museum there. Yeah. And I wish I had time to take you there.
Yeah.
But it's fine. Maybe we can visit Jeju Island someday in the future. Yes, in the future. I have some really great friends. Yeah, and Japan, of course. Yeah. Speaking of, African art and African culture, I finally took a DNA test to determine our African ancestry. And you won't believe which African countries our ancestors come from. Obviously, a lot of people need to realize that Haitian is a nationality. It's not an ethnicity, So let's sail over to the next episode. Okay. All right. My name is Wilkine Brutus.
And my name is Paulette Francois.
You're listening to A Voyage. Yes. Come ride with us.
Okay.